that. So very much appreciate you making the time and offering to give us this talk. So please go ahead, and I think we'll target 1 hour. I don't know how long you have. If some people stay even after the hour to discuss, but we actually try to cover 1 hour.
1 hour is okay, no problem.
You're welcome, and we look forward to listening to you. Please go ahead, yeah.
Should I, is introduction
yes,
over?
Go ahead, yes, yeah.
Or should I introduce myself?
No, I introduce you, that's fine.
Then there's no worry. So very good morning or very good evening to all of you, depending on which part of the world you are. So I'm very happy and thankful to Professor Marja and Jain for giving me this opportunity to talk to all of you. Well, my phone number and cell number and email is given on the very first page. Anyone can contact me anytime, 24/7, 24 hours, even when you're night, mine is day. So that doesn't matter. I normally sleep late and get up early. So you can contact me anytime for anything. Well, the topic today is given here: energy and environmental problems facing the third world and their probable solutions for sustainable development and poverty alleviation. The main thing is we have to alleviate poverty in the third world. The next slide, please. You can change the slide. Yeah. See, India is already a developed country in 5 respects. Number 1, we are the second largest scientific and technological manpower in the world. There is no country where Indians are not working, especially in US. You know very well, there are so many professors from India working. Professor Bimal Bose, Professor Anjan Bose, Professor M.A. Pai, and so on. The list is indefinite. And Professor Marija knows very well. Sunil Bhatt worked with her some time back. And I don't know whether he remembers now. But Sunil Bhatt is here in Nagpur with me in VNIT. And second thing is we are manufacturing hub. Now we can manufacture anything and everything. Third thing is medical tourism. Even from USA, people come and get cured here at 1/10 of the price. It's very cheap here, medical treatment. Fourth thing is educational hub. We have 22 IITs, 33 NITs, 4 BITS Pilani, 4 SRM, 4 Manipal, 5 Geetam, so many good institutions where people from abroad come and take their studies and go back. From China, 500 Chinese students come here, pay $200 per month and so on. That is a lot of money. And Chinese students come and go back after getting their degree, Indian degree. But as far as energy and environment is concerned, we are certainly not developed. Reason I will tell you one by one. Third world is divided into 3 parts: fast developing, developing, underdeveloped. As far as energy, I don't know whether my accent is clear. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So third world, we are only developing as far as energy and environment is concerned. Next slide, please. The reasons are given in the next slide. Yes, these are the main problems in India. Population growth. We are growing exponentially. Only China is ahead of us, and we can overtake China in a couple of years, which is the bad news as far as I am concerned. We should reduce our population. So we are already 1.4 billion, 2022 now, and we are adding 1 Australia, 4 New Zealand every year. And by 2025, they're going to be 2.5 billion, which is really scary. We want to remain at 1.4. Load is also growing exponentially. It's not only population, load. The time we get up in the morning, we need geyser, we need toaster, we need sandwich maker, we need juicer, we need geyser in cold. Now it must be winter there also in US. Our winter is not that severe, but still we take bath with the hot water. So we need geyser. That's why now transportation, we are going in a big way electric. Electric vehicles and smart grid and microgrid. These are the very important problems the whole world is working now. So that there is no pollution, environment is clean. Thermal power plants are going to be closed in the world. Australia already stopped, Sweden and Norway also stopped. We are also going to have no more thermal power plant. If you burn coal, you get ash. Ash also creates problem. But we can fill the road by the ash. We can create a briquette and use it as a fuel for villages, for rural area. That's the important thing. So, but hydro is okay. Hydro is renewable. So we are having 65 hydropower plants, and in IIT Roorkee, we are having two important courses: Alternate Hydro Center and Water Resources Development Center. So now we are going to convert all the hydropower plants into a pump storage power plant. So that is a very good storage. The best pump storage power plant in India is near Hyderabad, around 40 miles towards south. So the transportation is going to be big way electric. We are having metro trains. First metro train came in Kolkata. Remember, Kolkata was the first capital of the British. Delhi shifted in 1911. Earlier it was Kolkata. The first power plant came in Kolkata. First university came in Kolkata. So Kolkata has so many firsts. So Kolkata also had the first metro. Now every big city is having metro train. Now, in fact, in Nagpur, where I am there's a green metro. We run the metro through solar energy. And the transportation is going to big way electric, as I told you. Electric vehicle. First car came in Riva. Second, now Tesla is coming in a big way. So Tesla has started its plant in India, and we're going to have soon more and more electric cycle, electric scooter, electric bike, electric bus, electric truck, electric train, electric plane, and so on. The next slide, please. Well, our stable government under Mr. Modi is quite stable. Political situation is good, so we can plan strategies and priorities, and we can work for energy and environment. By 2050, there will be only solar and wind. 50 gigawatt, 150 gigawatt solar, 150 gigawatt wind. There have been 4 conferences in the world. First was Rio in Brazil. Second was Kyoto in Japan. Third was Paris in France. Fourth was Glasgow in UK. And so all these conferences tell that let us stop using coal, so that there will be no ash, there will be no emission dispatch, greenhouse gases, CO2, SOx and NOx. All these gases are bad for the health of the people as well as for the buildings. And so these gases, otherwise they are raising the sea level. Tomorrow there may not be Bombay, there may not be Madras, there may not be Sri Lanka. We don't want that to happen. We need to have Bombay, we need to have Madras, we need to have Sri Lanka there. So let us stop using more and more greenhouse gases. Emission dispatch is a very important topic in electrical now, not economic dispatch, because we have to minimize these gases. Similarly, voltage stability is more important than angle stability, because if voltage is within limits, all the equipment will work very well. Power crunch, it's a harsh reality since many years for many third world countries, especially non-oil producing, non-OPEC countries. We have, there is no city or village in India where there is no power cut. It varies from 0 to 24 hours. We want to make it 0. No power cut we don't want. We want our people to enjoy electricity all the time, 24/7. Let us see how it goes. Load shedding should be minimized. Voltage fluctuation, it is normally plus minus 5%, but it is much more in India. So we want to reduce voltage fluctuation. That's why voltage stability is very important. Tripping have become part of day-to-day life. Next slide, please. Per capita energy consumption. Ours is 1200 kilowatt hour. Highest in the world is Norway and Sweden. Australia is this. USA is given 12,632 kilowatt hour. So on. So we want to become at least better than China. China is 4,000. So we are trying to go towards 4,000 kilowatt hour per capita energy consumption. 3 conservations are important: energy conservation, food conservation, water conservation. There is no water in Sun City in South Africa. Even in India, as per the NASA report, 10 cities will not have water after 10 years. Nagpur and Chennai are 2 of them. So what we should do, we should have a rainwater harvesting and PV photovoltaic station on every rooftop. Every house in India should have photovoltaic. India means whole third world. We should have photovoltaic power station and rainwater harvesting, so that we have water as well as electricity. Then we should have a smart meter, 2-way, so that if you sell the power, you get money. If you purchase the power, you have to pay money. Next slide, please. Electric energy is essential ingredient for the industry and all-round progress. If there is no energy, no progress. Progress has to be there. It is a coveted form of energy generated conveniently, transmitted economically, adapted easily, efficient to domestic. I have 74 books. Please read. I have 2 power system books, 2 energy books, 1 control book, 1 machine theory, circuit theory book, 1 material science, and 5 energy, 3 electronics, 3 mechanical, and rest electrical. I hope you have my CV. So all list is there. Anybody needs any book, kindly let me know. I'll send it to you by post. You're most welcome to let me know which book you want. Next slide, please. I think we should have an MBA in energy management. Australia has started MBA in cricket. Cricket is a multi-million-dollar business. I hope you heard the name of IPL. Now US has also started playing cricket. So at least we should have MBA in energy management, power management. That's important. In India, we have at one place, that is the Faridabad near Delhi. We want to have more and more such MBAs. We have IM, like you have in Harvard, you have the Harvard School of Business. So we have the IM, Indian Institute of Management. Ahmedabad is number 1. There is even Nagpur is now what you call IIM, Indian Institute of Management. People do come from outside India, at least from third world country, and study here. That's why I say it is the educational hub. Next slide, please. Total electric install capacity. तुम्हारा फोन आया? फोन लो. फोन आया? फोन आया? वापस जा जा. Right. So the whole electric engineering story started in 1882 with Thomas Edison. Remember, he was not a good student. His teachers used to tell parents meeting, please remove this boy, he is no good. That no good boy gave birth to the world in 1882. Same year in which Indian National Congress Party was born. Then up to 1920, it was Edison system. Then came the Tesla AC system. Remember, we got freedom in 1947, 15th August. At that time, total installed capacity was only 1130 megawatt, 1130 megawatt, and population was 330 million. I remember I used to study under kerosene lamp. There was no electricity. So half of India was studying under kerosene lamp. Late Pandit Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, he started developing India in 3 directions: power, education, and industry. He got the steel industry in Bhilai using former USSR, then in Durgapur with UK, and so on. Then the first power plant came in Bhakra Nangal, hydro plant. That was the first, and he called it Modern Temple of India. Then he started education. First IIT came in 1950 at IIT Kharagpur. It was a British jail. They started IIT in the jail. Remember, that jail is still there. IIT is also there. Second IIT was Madras, West Germany. At that time, there was West Germany, East Germany. The German wall was broken in 1989. And then came the Kanpur IIT, which was USA IIT. The American people helped them to develop IIT in Kanpur. Kanpur is about 500 kilometers from Delhi. Then fifth IIT was my IIT, where I was the director. That was UK IIT. That is Delhi IIT. Sixth IIT came in Guwahati. That is the eastern side part of India. That was not supported by any country. It was indigenous. Seventh IIT came in Roorkee, IIT Roorkee. It was also not supported by any foreign country. In fact, Britishers started 5 engineering colleges in India. Engineering college at Lahore, engineering college in Pune, engineering college in Madras, engineering college in Calcutta, and then engineering college in Roorkee, because they wanted engineers. And nobody wanted to come from UK to India. Oh, it is a very hot country. Who will go there? So they had to building engineering colleges in India for railway network, for bridges, for dams, and everything else. That same Thomson Engineering College became University of Roorkee 1949, and 2003 it became IIT Roorkee. So install capacity I have given on this slide. You can see every country has a different install capacity. Pakistan and Bangladesh, of course, Pakistan became in 1947. India was divided into 2 countries, Pakistan and India. Then the late Mrs. Indira Gandhi, Iron Lady, the best prime minister ever. She created history by changing geography. She created East Pakistan, called it Bangladesh. Today, Bangladesh is doing very well. The next slide, please. In between, if anybody has any query, any doubt, any question, you're most welcome. I have no time problem. I can continue whole night. It depends on you, how much time you want to give me. USA is my second. I've been there 6 times. My daughter was there in Nashua for 13 years. And even now, my so many relations are there in USA. So USA is very close to me. I don't know whether they think so or not, but I do think. People like Dan sitting there. So they are all very good people. See, these are the 4 golden rules. Why golden? Third world is normally poor. There is no money involved here. Rule number 1, incentive to farmers, industries to accept power during light load period, especially night. IIT Delhi, I started when I was a director, evening courses, MBA evening, energy evening, so that the teachers who teach, they get extra money, and people who, so that's, they get a degree and they get everything. Different time zones. For example, now there is a 11 something AM. Here it is now 10 minutes to 10. So in different time zones is very important. USA has 6 time zones. There is Honolulu, then there is Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and Boston. Similarly, Australia has 6 time zones. India used to have same time from Pakistan to Bangladesh. Now 3 times. Bangladesh is half an hour ahead. Pakistan is half an hour behind. So why not divide India into 3 parts? The western part can have Pakistan time, and the eastern part can have Bangladesh time, so that we can use this different time zone, and the peak load will be divided into 3 parts, not 1 part. So we can supply that peak load very easily. Daylight saving. Here I told you 1947, 1130 megawatt. Now we are having 280 gigawatt. Lot of progress, and there is a thermal, there is a hydro, nuclear, all 3 conventional power. All 3 are bad. Hydro is bad because we need a lot of space for reservoir. Then there is a navigation loss. Then there is a evaporation loss. Thermal is bad because of the pollution, because of the acid rain, hydraulic H2SO4 and H2NO3, nitric acid rain. So we go for cogeneration. We go for combined cycle power plant. But still, thermal is not good. So we go to hydro. Hydro, we are having already, as I told you, 65 hydro power plants. And in nuclear, we started in 1969. That was with the help of 2 great geniuses, late Pandit Nehru and Dr. Bhabha. And Tarapur was helped by the US. We used to get enriched uranium, U-232 from US. But then there was a problem in enriched uranium, so we shifted to Kota. Kota was with the help of Canada, heavy water. The third was Kalpakam near Madras. 4th was Surat. 5th was Aligarh. In all, now there are 10 nuclear power plants. Now we have signed a nuclear deal with USA under Dr. Manmohan Singh's prime ministership, 2008, in the Indian Parliament. So now there is no problem in getting enriched uranium. Now we have 100,000 thorium, tons of thorium in Kerala and in Orissa. So fast breeder reactor we can use, and we can use thorium to generate nuclear power. Now this was fission. Fusion, if fusion becomes a success, there will be no problem. Still, if you don't like thermal, hydro, nuclear, so we go for renewable energy sources. The 2 renewable sources are main, solar and wind. Solar and wind are considered gods in India, Surya Devta and Pavan Devta. And we have been using for ages, centuries, the solar and wind power for drying our clothes on the string in the house. Similarly, if you put 1 bucket of water in front of your house in winter, it will be enough warm and we can take bath. Now there is solar lantern. If you want to go outside in night time, you don't have to carry battery. You can carry the solar lantern. Solar water pump for farmers is very important for irrigation. Then there is a solar car, solar architecture. The houses we have built in IIT Delhi, they're called solar houses. They're 5 degrees warmer in winter and 5 degrees cooler in summer, so that no air condition is required, no cooler is required, so we save electricity. Then we have solar pond. Solar pond is very good in Israel, but we have also got solar pond in Gujarat. Then there is For hydro, we have tidal power plant. The best tidal power plant in the world is in France on River Lerang. Tidal height is 9 meter and tidal flow is 18,000 cumex. Our two tidal power plants are in Gujarat, Kutch, and in West Bengal, Sundarban. So if you come to India, please do come and be my guest. Stay with me. I'll show you, take around the India and show you what India is. There's the Taj Mahal, the seventh wonder of the world. Then there are so many things to see in India. And you are most welcome to come to India. Stay with us, be my host, my guest, and I will see that you get good Indian food as well as US food, whatever food you want. And you will be very happy to come there. So in solar photovoltaic, as I told, every house should have a solar photovoltaic. Now, because of the material science, because of power electronics, computer, solar is becoming cheaper and cheaper. Then we come to wind. Wind was started in Denmark, then USA, then Germany. Fourth is India. Ours, Tamil Nadu is number 1, Gujarat is number 2. There is a horizontal axis turbine, there is a vertical axis turbine. My book on solar energy, published by Taylor and Francis, 2017. Please read it. My book on wind engineering, published in 2013 by India, Narosa. So these are the two books in energy. Then there is another book, Renewable Resources and Emerging Technologies, Prentice Hall of India, 3rd edition, 2022. That also you can read. Then there is one Smart Grid book, and then again Renewable Energy book by New Age. That is Wiley Stern. You can also get that book if you want, and we'll send you if you want. There is no problem. So in wind energy, the problem is there are blades. Even without blade, wind energy has started now. You know, the New Zealand, wonderful country. There is a lady prime minister. She is practicing Hindu. She postponed her marriage because of Corona. She herself was following Corona protocol. Now she will marry once Corona is over. So she is a wonderful lady, wonderful prime minister. There, Professor Arilaga used to be there in University of Canterbury, Christchurch. Now he is no more, but his books are there. Voltage stability. Then there is a power quality book. Then there is the HVDC book, and so on, along with Neville Watson. So those 4 books are very good. So we can also go to New Zealand and see they have experimented wireless transmission. This is the era of wireless and paperless, no paper and no wire. So wireless transmission has already started in New Zealand. I hope slowly all countries will follow it so that we save money by saving material, and there will be no TL losses, transmission losses. Then after wind energy, we come to geothermal. What is geothermal? There is a heat inside the earth. Again, New Zealand is number 1 in geothermal. And then have 2 long pipes, 1 kilometer long. First pipe carries water, second will bring steam, put it to turbine, no pollution, no gases, nothing. You get geothermal power by using this 2 pipes. Then we come to waste power generation. I'm told in Akron University campus, we have a small waste power generation. Nothing is waste now. Everything is useful. In fact, if you want to purchase a new toothpaste, give your old toothpaste first and then take a new one. So we have solid waste, we have liquid waste, there is a gaseous waste and hospital waste. All these waste can be used as a fuel. All these universities should use their answer books, if at all it is there, to use as a fuel and burn them and have a power generation. Then we come to the rural electrification. So we have in villages, I'm requesting all of you to go from 1-tier cities to 2-tier cities and 3-tier cities. 3-tier cities means no pollution. There will be no much problem there. There will be hardly any airport. So not many guests will come. So that's why I'm pleading with all third world countries to go and stay in a rural background. There will be no health problem. There will be no pollution, and colleges are there anyway, so that you can get education. You can get job also there in villages. Villages, what do you do? Biomass, small hydro, solar and wind, combination of 4. So energy policy, energy optimization, energy audit, all these topics are very important. In fact, in India, if you do energy audit, you can earn money like CA. CA is a chartered accountant. Chartered accountant save your money as a tax. The EA will save your energy conservation. So each building should be audited. Each college should be audited. So that will you save energy. Maintenance. Maintenance is very important topic in the world. There's a plant maintenance, scheduled maintenance, and breakdown maintenance. We should have such that your power plant will work for longer time if you maintain them properly. Well, next slide, please. Just see how far we have come. Yeah, this is about Australia. We don't have to worry about Australia. UK. Next slide. This you can distribute these slides. I have no problem. The USA are given 1072.46 gigawatt, natural gas, coal, nuclear, wind, hydro, solar, biomass, petroleum, geothermal. Geothermal is there, though 0.4%. Others is 0.4%. Pakistan 148.25 gigawatt. Furnace oil 14%, natural gas 31%, coal 16%, hydroelectric 29%, nuclear 4%, renewable, solar and wind 5%, and so on. Next slide, please. Germany 631.4 terawatt hour. Nuclear is still there. Brown coal is available in Australia. They say you can take it free. We don't want it. We said no, we don't want. Hard coal, natural gas, wind, of course, Germany, lot of wind power is there. Solar 9.1%, biomass 8.7%, hydro 3.7%. Romania 36,000 gigawatt hour. Coal. All these things are given. You can read them later. Next slide, please.
Excuse me, Dr. Kothari. We have something
yes, madam.
We have something like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. You want to get to the research?
Whenever you say, give me 5 minutes, I'll finish.
You don't have to finish, but would you talk to us about research issues?
About what?
Research issues.
Recent issues. Okay, yeah. Fine. So this will finish in 10 minutes. Then I talk recent. Conservation, I told you, $1 saved is more than $1 earned. No income tax. 1 unit saved is 1.25 units produced. No losses. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, this is energy resources all over the world. This is important data for students who appear in exam in several countries, so that they can ask you any country. And then next, please. New sources. We have talked about solar energy, 600 water per meter square average value received on Earth. Space and water heating of domestic area. Well, satellite solar power station is very important because in the space, the sun is available all the time. So we can even go for that. Then there is a central station in electric generation. Photovoltaic area occupation is too big. But in USA, no area problem. Australia, no area problem. In India, no area problem. We can go on having solar farm, solar and wind farm. That is the latest thing we are doing, so that we can get more and more power. To generate 10 to 12 kilowatt hour, cells would occupy 0.1% of US area as against 1.5% of highways. But that doesn't matter. USA has a lot of space. Next, please. Windmill, this we have done. USA, Germany, India. Sea wave. In US, we have a Miami power station. Now, similar thing we have started in India, in Kerala. We are now having sea power station. And we have a lot of, whole South India is surrounded by sea. So every 25 miles, if you have one sea power station, there will be no energy problem. Then as I told you, in Gujarat also, surrounded by sea. So more and more sea power station you can have. Problem is fluctuating. The sources are fluctuating, load is fluctuating. So it's like music. There is a tabla, there is a harmonium. So there is a jugalbandi, we call it in Hindi. Next, please. Hydropower. I told you about the small hydro. We have nano hydro, we have the micro hydro, we have mini hydro and small hydro. So small hydro means no transmission line, directly generation and load. So no losses. That's the importance of small hydro. Tidal hydro already talked. Next, please. Geothermal we have talked. MHD, magneto-hydrodynamic generation. They used to be there in farmer USSR. We used to have 5 megawatt in India, BHEL, Trichinapalli. Trichinapalli is a town in South India where NIT is there, National Institute of Technology. There are 33 NITs in India, 22 IITs. MHD plus conventional steam generation, the efficiency is higher because directly chemical energy converted to electric. No mechanical in between. Less conversions, more efficiency. Like if you take a dollar in India, don't convert all dollar. Only convert some which you need so that you can take back dollar if saved by you and use it in USA. So that is important in MHD. There is only one direct conversion, chemical to electrical, no mechanical in between. Next, please. Coal, this I think we have done. Ash content, change in boiler technology, fluidized bed combustion technology. That will reduce the pollution. These are the 4 gases I told you to minimize them. H2SO4 spoils building vegetation. Clean Air Act, USA has passed 1992, 1970, and in India we have passed 1986. Point in India is we do have a law, but implementation is very tough. So law implementation agency should be strengthened so that we follow the law, so that we have minimum emission gases. Next, please. Fission, fusion. Fusion, as I told you, fusion becomes a success, there will be no energy problem. So we are working towards hydrogen, fuel cell, and fusion and maintenance. These are the latest areas. Smart grid and electric vehicle, power quality. These are the topics, madam, we are working towards. MTech thesis, PhD thesis, and sponsor research. We are applying to NSF also. My friend Kishan Baheti used to be there. He is no more, again due to Corona. And then there is a Royal Society of England from the Imperial College London. We have Dr. Vikas Pal. He also helps us in getting some projects from London. Problem maintenance I already talked. So if we maintain well, power will work better. Next, please. Yeah, this is not required. This is India, you know already. We are 10 industrialized countries in the world. Nuclear power, but we don't use nuclear power for attacking any country, for peaceful purposes. The member of the Space Club, India could send their people into the Mars without any problem. Any first iteration. Other countries took more than 1 iteration. So member of Space Club, second largest scientific and technological manpower in the world, biggest exporter of manpower. So India is exporting manpower. Then food, we are self-sufficient now. There was a time when USA used to send us wheat in 60s. We were not having wheat at that time. So USA has really helped us a lot in the past. Now also they are helping. Open market. Now the market is open now. Next, please. Australia, we don't have to worry. You can go to next. You can read them if you want. Especially if you want to go to Australia. This is not required. I didn't have much time to prepare this for USA. Next time I'll prepare for USA also. I have been to Australia 10 times. I taught there for 2 years in RMIT, Melbourne, Australia. In the US, I went to Purdue University under NSF program. I worked with Professor G.T. Hare, who is in Arizona State now. Primary energy consumption in Australia, not required. Please go ahead. Coal-fired power. This is all right. Not necessary. Go to storage. Storage is the next slide, which I want. No, next. No, not required. Next, sir.
Yeah.
Not required. Come to energy storage. Storage is very important because our energy we have to produce as and when required. Best storage is battery. When we were children, we used to play with the toys. Toys used to have battery. Now batteries are there in the laptop from where I am talking to you. The battery is there in the calculator, programmable calculator. Everywhere you need battery. Then there is a pump storage. I told you 2 reservoirs, top reservoir, bottom reservoir. And there is a pump motor set and turbine generator set, reversible. When there is a full load period, we use it as an ordinary hydro plant. So off load period, we use it like we pump the water in the lower reservoir to the top and keep it ready whenever you need it. Compressed air storage, hydrogen. Late Professor Srivastava has done a lot of work in hydrogen. He was in IIT BHU. Secondary batteries, electric car plus load fluctuating energy source, fuel cell. So these are the various energy storage devices. One can write a book on energy storage. One can do PhD in energy storage. Next slide, please. Distributed and dispersed power system. Distributed is 1 to 25 megawatt. Dispersed is 1 to 2 megawatt. The advantage is they are relocatable, they are modular. You can go on adding 1 megawatt solar power station. You can't add thermal power or hydropower in 1 year. It takes gestation period is 5 years or 6 years. Reduction in environmental pollution, reduced deforestation, small gestation period, reduction of transmission lines. Suitable energy sources, PV, wind, hydro, diesel, technologically available, suitable for rural areas. I told poverty alleviation. If you have energy, you can give the jobs people. Then you can have more industries, more jobs. The main problem in India today is jobs. We have to create more and more jobs for our population, 1.4 billion. Substitution, conservation of coal, foreign exchange we can save. Saving home investment, employment, operation. Next, please. Rural electrification we have done. Only 85% are electrified. We need to electrify remaining 15 by 2024, the year in which we have general election. And Modi ji wants to come back again. So he has to electrify all the villages. Reverse migration. I told you to go from cities to villages, not from villages to cities. Main issues, centralized power generation, decentralized, integrated hybrid energy sources, captive power plant, private power generation. Now in India, there is a lot of private power generation. There is Ambani, there is Adani, there is a Tata's. Tata has just purchased Air India. Now it will be called Tata Air India. So you can, next time you come to India, you can get fairly clean recorder. Yes, next please. I'm coming to that. Only next, one more slide left. You can go to conclusion. SWOT analysis, I need not say. Strength, weaknesses, and threat, and opportunities. So these you can read. Last slide, conclusion. No, this is not required. Last, conclusion. Yes. So we have seen conventional, non-conventional, renewable power sources. We have seen energy audit, energy policy, energy optimization. I have an optimization book also, power system optimization. Then we have seen poor capacity utilization of power plants. Maintenance is not there. We have to have good maintenance. Decentralized versus integrated and hybrid power system, comprising grid power in conjunction with biomass, wind, solar, micro, mini hydro plants, rural areas. Peaceful coexistence. We need both. We can't throw our conventional power plant. Let them work till they want to work. Then we can replace them by solar and wind. Grid power made available economically, reliably, and with minimum possible environmental effects. Brief review on current and future energy scenario in the third world. So this is all. Now the madam has asked me to talk recent trends, what we are doing now. So I will start that only. Say we have the, as I told you, PhD program, then we have master's program, then we have the BTech program, that is undergraduate and graduate. So we have started our projects, BTech project, MTech project, PhD project on renewable energy sources and optimization and reliability. Best book for power system reliability came by Billington, 1970. Then there are so many other books have come. Generation reliability, transmission reliability, distribution reliability, and then joint, combined. So reliability system we are working. Then we are working in optimization, AI techniques. The first optimization technique came in the world was linear programming by 1945. Then simplex algorithm, entering variable, leaving variable. Then we have a transportation problem, assignment problem, Bellman's dynamic programming, 1950. Then came 56, Pontryagin maximum principle. Then came nonlinear programming, 1963 by Carpentier. The gradient technique, conjugate gradient technique, quadratic programming, geometric programming, search technique, single area search, multi-area search. Then we came to AI technique, artificial intelligence, expert system, ANN, genetic algorithm. All these techniques we are now applying to various power problem and energy problem. And see that our we get minimum cost, minimum loss, minimum voltage variation, multiple objective type question. My one paper came in 1988. Kimbart's last paper came 1988. It was on compensation, series compensation, shunt compensation, and hybrid compensation. Then another thing which we're working is, as you said, smart grid. Actually, it was called intelligent grid. Ex-President Obama wanted to call it smart. So every whole world started calling it smart. Now it is called future grid. So we are now have a national grid from Kanyakumari to Srinagar, that is Kashmir. We can now send the power. So there is a CPRI, like you have IPRI, we have CPRI, Central Power Research Institute in Bangalore. We are doing a lot of good work there. Then there is each electricity board divided to 3 parts, jobs. More people, students can come and work in the power industry. Then there is a power grid, the big power sector unit, public sector unit, which is responsible for power transmission in India. Now we have gone up to 765 kV. We're going for 1300 kV. HVDC is playing a big role. HVDC, very good book is Arilaga. Our K.R. Padiyar book is also very good. He did his PhD in Canada. So from Assam to Bangalore, there is a 2,000 kilometer long HVDC line carrying 2,000 megawatt power. Power is in Assam, the load is in Bangalore. So there they are carrying that power. Then we have the asynchronous link in HVDC. The 2 areas having the different frequency, they are also connected by HVDC. Other things which we are doing now, bladeless wind power station, no blades. So we save material, we save money. Similarly, seaside wind power station. So offshore wind power station without noise. Otherwise, birds will have a problem. And people living nearby can become deaf with the noise. So that noise we have to minimize. That's also a very important problem. And we want everyone to become student member of IEEE, then member of IEEE, the faculty, senior member, and then fellow. There are not many fellows. I am one of them. There are around 100 fellows in India. Because you have to earn that. Nobody can make you fellow just like that. Madam, anything else? Any questions? Still 5 minutes are there.
Thank you very much,
Any student,
Dr.
any faculty?
Kothari.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you very much. I think let's just finish the formal presentation and open it for questions and comments.
So someone taken for photograph?
Photograph of
My photo giving lecture so that I have a memory of you. You also,
yes.
Dan also.
Sure.
All these
Dan,
people
can you do
sitting
that?
here.
Yeah.
Please,
Okay.
I'll be thankful to you.
Yeah.
And kindly send me.
Okay, we will do that. Okay, so I have a question just to open. I think I saw, but he now is no longer here. We had Milorad Papic from Idaho, but I think there were a lot of technical difficulties here. So Masood Bharati is here.
Third world country, you know.
Masood, you don't have any comments?
Yeah, anything, any comment?
I'm fine.
Anything I can improve in future?
Masood has some comments, yeah.
Please tell me if I can improve. I'm 77. I don't know how many more years are left.
No, thank you. I don't have any comments. So
okay.
So was a good presentation.
Okay, so I would like to challenge us. I think that engineering probably is not ready and software to operate these systems. What is India doing about getting
and another
ready?
thing is you should have said computer system should be used in power system. Machine
but they
learning,
are not ready.
computing,
The old generation
data.
software cannot be used. So could you comment on what is India doing about really just providing the changes in operating rules and also in software that's needed for the new resources to be integrated?
See, we are going for, of course, there is a renewable energy ministry, separate ministry, which is working, funding for people who want to work. So government is helping a lot. And let us hope by 2050, it will be only solar and wind. No nuclear, no thermal. Hydro will be there. Hydro is renewable.
But do you see any real difficult research problems for IITs and so forth that we have to crack through in order to do this?
Have to work hard. That's all.
Sorry?
Hard work is required, money is required. So, of course, brain, there is no problem. India has a lot
So
of
there are no open technical questions.
Technical preference is as far as generation is concerned, it is the solar and wind, geothermal.
No,
and
other technical questions.
Technical question, anybody having?
Other open questions in order to operate these new systems.
You can always give me email also.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, so let's finish the formal presentation, and if people want to send emails, this will be, the talk will be.
Email, you have the cell phone number also.
Yes.
+91 79 7272 3202.
Okay, I
Mail
think
ID
okay, so we will share with
gmail.com.
We'll share with people. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you,
Welcome,
everybody.
madam.
And sorry
Thank
about
you,
the
madam.
technical
Thank you,
difficulties.
Maria. Thank you, everybody who has attended this lecture. I don't know how
Thank
good or
you.
bad it was.